Hello, everyone, and welcome to this instructional video. My name is Dr. Don D. Nettles, and the next several minutes that we spend together, what I'm hoping to accomplish is to help you understand the difference in distribution models from retail or traditional business and network marketing, looking at the comparison. Because I hear all the time, I'm a professional network marketer, was a family wellness physician for many years, sold my practice almost 9 years ago to be a network marketing professional because of the simplicity, because of the freedom that it provided for me. But what I used to say for many years, and what I hear people say all the time, is I don't believe in network marketing, or it's one of those pyramid schemes. And having been, I used to say that for over 12 years, knowing that that was my past, when I hear that now, I simply know that I'm talking with someone who is just purely ignorant about the supremacy of the distribution model in network marketing. And if you don't understand, that's what I'm creating this video for. I'm going to show you the direct comparison between traditional business and network marketing from a distribution model comparison. Fair enough? All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen and show you a PowerPoint presentation that I put together on the comparison. So hold on, let me share my screen. Let me minimize myself and put this up here so the information I'm sharing with you is not being obstructed. So let's talk about the distribution models, retail versus network marketing. Do you understand the comparison or the difference? I mean, really understand. And most people, when I talk to them, they simply do not. So I'm going to share it with you here and give you the ability to make an educated, informed decision on which one you think is better, and as a result, get your products in that fashion when you purchase products or services. So let's get into the presentation. So first of all, let's have a look at traditional business, how the distribution model goes from consumer who wants the product from the manufacturer who makes the product. How does the process work? Well, let's look at the key players. You have a manufacturer of a product. The goal of the manufacturer is to make profits, right? Indicative of the dollar sign with the up arrow. Now, who's the other key player in the equation? It's the consumer who wants to spend as little as possible on product purchases, indicative of the dollar sign with the down arrow. Those are the key players. Well, how does the product get from the manufacturer to the consumer? There is costs involved. There is a process involved that requires money, right? So how does it work? First of all, there's money in the form of marketing, an advertising budget, bulletin boards, magazine articles, TV and radio commercials, flyers, banner ads on social media, whatever the case is, there is marketing and advertising expenses that must be spent so that people know there is even a product to purchase, right? That's where the first round of spending comes from. Well, after someone understands there's a product that they would like to buy, it now must get to where they can buy it. And it goes from the manufacturer somewhere. So once the order's been placed, now the manufacturer, who has hourly employees, one of them will get on a forklift, take that bundled or packaged product, pick it up with the forklift, and put it on the back of a shipping truck, right? Well, that truck is driven by someone who is on an hourly wage too. So there's shipping and receiving costs. There's driver wages. The truck or whatever the transport vehicle is requires maintenance. It requires fuel. Those costs are incorporated into the equation. There's insurance on the products being transported. There's an additional cost. There's handling, etc. Now, the cost go into the shipping, and the shipping is going somewhere, right? In this case, it's going to a distribution center. Hourly employees at the distribution center now get on a forklift, take the forklift to the back of the truck, unload the products off of the truck into the distribution center and store it for later usage, right? There's storage costs involved. There's handling costs involved. Now, what happens if some of that product is damaged taking it from the truck to the shelf of the distribution center. There's costs involved that absorb all of those things. So now a retail store places an order to the distribution center, and the process starts again. Now an hourly wage earner from the distribution center gets on a forklift, takes it from the shelf, puts it on a truck, which is driven by another person that has hourly wages, another truck or transport vehicle that has maintenance costs and fuel costs. There's also additional insurance for this round of transportation, and there's handling costs. Well, that truck is going to drive to a retail store, unload somebody from the retail store, another hourly wage, unloads the products off of the shipping truck, puts it onto the shelves of the retail store. Hourly wages go in, but sometimes people that walk into the hourly or the retail store also walk out with products that they don't pay for. So theft cost is incorporated into the final cost of the products. There's expired goods. What if we're talking about a perishable item that has a shelf life? What if that shelf life is exceeded before it's purchased? There's also costs that go into that is factored into the equation. Then obviously handling charges once again. So now you, as the consumer, walk into the retail store to purchase the product that you saw in the ad, read in the newspaper, or whatever, with the intention of spending as little as possible, right? But what happens with all these costs? The manufacturer will endure most of these costs. And as a result of the manufacturer taking on these costs, they will now charge a higher cost, a higher price. So the manufacturer, because of all the expenses that go into getting the products from their door to the retail store where you and I can go in and buy it, the profits that they thought they were going to make are now cut into, and they're making less. Now the consumer, you thought you would spend as little as possible, not understanding that all of these costs go into the product you want to purchase, and you end up spending more than you wanted to. But in all honesty, when was the last time that you ever, or did you ever think about all these steps that go into establishing the cost of the finished product that you go into your retail store to buy? I contend you probably didn't even think of them. You just went in and paid the price, not realizing that all of these handling charges and extra costs and insurance and all the stuff that went into predicting the cost of the product that you just bought. What if there was a better way? What if you as the consumer could in fact spend less, and you as the manufacturer could in fact make more? That's why network marketing is a better model. Well, let's look at how that works. Why is network marketing a better model? Why is it a better way? Well, let me explain it to you in detail. We're going to start with the same key players: a manufacturer who wants to make as much profit as possible, and a consumer who wants to spend as little as possible. Key players in the first example, key players in this example. But how about this? What if the consumer just called the manufacturer directly or went online and ordered it online to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer received that order happily and just shipped it directly to the consumer? There's no additional steps. So manufacturer ships a product to a consumer that the consumer ordered, and what does that do? It allows the consumer to spend less, allows the manufacturer to make more. Well, how does that work? So from the manufacturer standpoint, if they're not spending money on all of those things like advertising, shipping and receiving, cargo insurance, vehicle maintenance, damage, theft, expired goods, additional handling charges, the hourly wages of the truck driver, the dock workers, the retail store employees, etc., they're not having to spend all that money. They can save that money and put it into the company on things like research and development for new products, higher quality products, innovative products, groundbreaking, scientifically tested products that are ahead of trends, creating trends. All of this promotes improved efficiency from the manufacturer standpoint. Well, how about from the consumer standpoint? They get a better value. They get higher quality products that have higher degrees of research and development and quality assurance and all those things. And when you have a small charge for a great product, high quality product, what does it do? It promotes repeat business, loyal repeat customers. So what happens to all that money that was saved? Well, let's just figure out, how did the consumer know about the manufacturer in the first place if the manufacturer didn't place bulletin board ads and magazine ads and take out TV and radio spots? We had a distributor who talked to the consumer, and the distributor introduced the consumer to the manufacturer, and as a result, the manufacturer pays a commission as a thank you to the independent distributor, and not all those additional costs. Well, what does that do for the distributor? It allows them to be their own boss, become an entrepreneur, trade in the employee-employer relationship of no raises for years, decreasing wages, actually being bypassed for promotions, no holiday bonuses, no profit sharing because there isn't any profits to be made because of the declining economy. Because when we're talking about hourly wages, as an employee, you must give them an hour of your time for whatever they think that hour is worth. What if there was a better way? What if there was residual or royalty or passive income created by establishing a network of like-minded people? What if that network could extend around the world and become global leverage for your retirement? You could literally condense an entire working career of 40 to 50 years where you retire, if you retire, on 50% of what you couldn't live on when you were retiring anyway. And you get a second and third job. What if that wasn't necessary? What if you could condense an entire working career into 7 to 10 years of hard work, and as a bonus for that, receive residual or royalty or passive income for the rest of your life that is willable to generations? Now what you've done is created time and financial freedom. That is how network marketing works. So if you hear somebody say, or perhaps you're even saying it yourself, you don't believe in network marketing, it's a pyramid scheme, I contend that you're just ignorant about the reality of it. And the real pyramid scheme is the company you're likely working for, where the president and CEO at the top will always make more money, whether or not they come into work, than everyone else in the company. That's the crookedness. That's the pyramid scheme. Network marketing is the best distribution and best model of doing business in a capitalistic society that has ever been created. So now I hope you understand, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen, hopefully have an eye-to-eye with you. Now I hope you understand. I pray you understand why network marketing is so amazing. It's not perfect. It's just better than everything else. So thank you for spending the time. Again, my name is Dr. Don D. Nettles. And if you thought that this video provided value, provided information that you probably didn't understand before, or that could help somebody truly understand what you have your hands on, please share this video link. Please share this information with additional people so they can become educated like you are now, and we can literally spread this network marketing distribution model around the world for generations to come. Have a fantastic day, and God bless.